Okay, so my daughter said, "Oh, I guess I'm not going downstairs." And I said, "Why is that?" And she goes, "Because there's water down there." Well, we always get a little water in the basement, so we run a fan down here to keep it, well, relatively dry in certain spots. But the sump pump quit working. So you can see everything's floating. Everything is way up. Look how shiny our floor is. Not. But there's the fan that we normally run to keep that area dry. But the sump pump quit working. It just, it's jammed or something. So I'm going to have to pull that up out of there and see why it's jammed and what's going on. This is going to be a mess. Okay, so I found what's going on. Look at all this hair that is stuck in this pump. It's jammed it up. Oh my. I think we're going to get another pump. Then I'll fix this one and use it as a backup. Oh well. Okay, so now that I found out that this pump is all clogged up with that hair, wife went and ran up and picked up this Utilitech pump. And what we're going to do is hook it up, and this is just going to be a temporary. We don't really care for these pumps too much, but they do the job. And I'm going to hook it up, and I'm going to see how long it takes for it to get rid of all the water in this basement, which would be very interesting. So let's see. Alright, so I got this tucked in here. The furnace just kicked on, so that's what the noise is that you hear. But I've got this tucked in here, and just permanently, or temporarily. I'll get it more permanent later. The other one's still, the cord's taped up. This is kind of a rig job that we've had for years. So I don't even know if you can call it a rig job anymore. It's been, you know, like this for over 20 years. But the one-way check valve, make sure once the water goes up, it doesn't come back. And every once in a while we used to get a little rock in there and it would block open, but that's not the problem today. And then it's clamped to this black hose, but the black hose has memory to it. So that's what this aluminum is, this bar. What I do is I line everything up, and in this case I'll tape this pump, part of it without blocking the vents, to the white PVC, and then I will duct tape the bar to the whole assembly to keep it nice and straight. Then I have it up here supported with a bungee strap, so it stays centered, it stays supported, and there's no noise transmitted then through that point. And then it goes out. It goes across everything and out of the house. So let's go ahead and plug this in. Like I said, this is all temporary. Plug this in and let it start pumping. See how long it takes. And there she goes. So far it's been 6 minutes and 30 seconds. Oh yeah, this pump's definitely working. Look, it's trying to pull this jug over towards it. That's kind of funny. And hole in one! Woohoo! Look, the basket's starting to come over too. Yeah, this sucks, because all this stuff, normally what we would do, this is the first time this has ever happened in the cold weather. Normally it's the warm weather that this happens during a storm. And unfortunately for us, there is no storm. So that means it's not warm. Although we did have some rain the other day, and we did have a thunderstorm. But and it was kind of funny, I made a comment on Facebook about there's nothing like a view of a lightning strike reflecting off of 8 inches of snow. Of course, almost all the snow's melted, which went considerably fast. But it's not warm enough for us to, going back to what I was saying, normally this happens when it's warm weather out. And normally what we do is we hang all this stuff out on a line. We have a clothesline outside. And it usually takes care of itself, but not the case today. Oh well. Yeah, the water's definitely getting lower. Well, the good thing is the floor is going to get relatively clean. We're at 9 minutes. I'm going to stop the recording and I'll pick it up again a little bit later. Alright, so it's been probably 15 minutes now, and you can see that that is definitely showing itself more all the way across. And there's a lot of things that are moving towards it, so the water's definitely going down. Still got a lot to go though. Alright, so it's been probably 20-25 minutes now. Still going strong. The water's definitely getting lower. There's places in the basement that now, like that rug there, that don't have any water standing over it any longer. Let's go over this way and take a peek. Yeah, there's some spots over here. It's starting to dry out finally. I'll plug in all these fans and everything and start getting the air circulating. I did have a mouse trap there. It must have floated somewhere. That'll be nice if I step on that, not knowing where it is. Hope it floated underneath there. Yeah, see, this is dry already. Yeah, what I'll do is I'll usually we'll run that fan if we're running this furnace down here to keep it warm, and that circulates air through the entire basement, makes the basement very comfortable. Then we have that one. Oh, that's it. Look at how much water is coming in from our foundation. It's incredible. Looks like a garden hose is on because it's such a small pipe. I don't know if you can see that. We'll get a little closer. That's how much water comes flying through this thing whenever the foundation gets full. Go ahead and start squeegeeing the water over in this direction. So that was about 35 minutes. About 30 minutes, I guess. Maybe 35 at the most. And it got all the water out. And it was ankle deep here. As you can see, I'm wet feet. Oh well. What fun it is. Alright, so you can hear all the noise. I took this opportunity to go ahead and hose off the entire basement since it was already wet. Went ahead and got the corners, got everything washed into the sump pump for the most part, and I still don't have that, but just temporarily set up. And I've got all the fans running now to dry it off, and it's starting to get there. You can see the streak there. I got a little one over here. I've got one more. I've got this big fan here, but I have another. Got another blower motor like this, a little bit smaller, that I'll have to bring in from the garage and hook it up maybe down in there somewhere, but it's coming along nicely. I'll probably turn that on whenever whenever I move the fan, because right now it'll probably disturb it quite a bit, having all this air circulation blowing around it, and it won't work quite right. So